I can hear you.
All right, welcome everybody to Dike, Iowa for the JV varsity set of games here with East Marshall out of LeGrand. This is Joe Huck getting ready to start this with Brad Eichenberg. We're going to try out some different software tonight, try and reduce the lag on the video to our voice. So if you guys have any feedback on how we sound, or if you can't hear us, if you can hear us, if we're not loud enough, if we're too loud, let us know. You know how to get a hold of either of us. Go ahead and do that if you guys get a piece of it. I mean, we got a beautiful night here, Brad, for JV baseball to start here. We're going to have Colin Meester is going to pitch for the Wolverines tonight, come down and throw and have a chance to get him some innings.
Yep, have a chance to get him some innings. He will be the starting shortstop in the varsity game, so you know those are some pretty hefty throws from shortstop to first every time. So we'll see how his arm holds up. But it's been a while since we've seen this JV club. They already played once today. They played in Sumner Fred this morning. I don't know the outcomes of those games, but I know that they've played a doubleheader down there or up there. So
well, and they've got a lot of games this week. They've got doubleheaders 3 times, I think they said this week, including today. So again, just at the JV level, we've looked at this. We've seen this team and just not a lot of arms. So you're gonna have to bring some guys in. I think Costello might be pitching tomorrow for them. Give them a few innings. So
yep.
There again, you just with the number of pitches that the pitch limitations you've got, it's just hard to throw. Have only a few guys who can throw for you.
Exactly right. So I see the flag in the center field is kind of a little still, but I see the flag above the school is blowing a little northwest wind here. So
yeah, we got a little bit of an out to left field wind tonight, Brad. So if that wind stays up, it could be interesting, especially with the amount of power the Wolverines bring to the plate. So,
and we do have a lot to talk about when that varsity game comes up. So we've seen the varsity bats. The hitters are about as hot as the temperature outside the last couple games. So we got a lot to talk about when that game comes around.
Yeah, and it's been a nice day today. Been on the cooler side compared to what we've had lately. So be good here to get going. And
in the box for the Mustangs right now is Landon Elliott. He's going to be playing first base for him. Going to take strike 1 from Meester.
Again, this will be interesting. Meester hasn't thrown a whole heck of a lot this year.
No, he hasn't. So we'll see how it comes out.
He's only got
ball down low.
He's only got a couple innings thrown here for the Wolverines. So on the year at the varsity level. So.
We'll see how this all plays out. The pitch. Swung and missed, strike 2.
Ball scoots away from McCumber there behind the plate. Wolverines are defensively set with, I believe that's Dancer at third. No, Jensen at third.
Yep. Wellston at
short. Folkerts at second. Texter at first. McCumber behind the plate. And our outfield, I'm going to guess, is Paulson,
Nistel,
and
Loger.
Yes. So
strikeout number 1 for Colin Meester here to start this JV game off. Stepping in is Eli Bryan, the right fielder for the Mustangs. The pitch. Ball up around the letters. Yeah, and we'll see a lot of kids go in and out and change positions here in this JV game, as always. So keep us on our toes. Ooh, he went around.
Yep, got him going. But, yeah, that's, of course, with the JV games. I think Wolverines are probably batting 13 guys or 11 guys. 11 guys, and it's just part of JV ball here. You know, these guys played 2 this morning, so, again, not like they haven't done anything all day.
No, exactly. So it's a 2-1 count here on Eli Bryan. Meester's pitch. Strike 2.
Good spot for that ball by Meester.
Now the wind's starting to pick up in center field. Strike 3. There's strikeout number 2.
Yeah, Meester working both sides of the plate. Doing a good job of keeping the Mustang hitters on their toes.
Here comes Brock Curtis. He's going to be the pitcher tonight. The number 3 batter here for the Mustangs. Looks at a ball outside. Swung and missed, strike 1. Yeah, so these kids have played a lot of ball already today. So luckily it's cool out. So it was real cool this morning. Boy, strike 2 right on the outer half of that plate. 1 and 2. Missing our scoreboard person. The 1-2. Strike 3, got him looking, but dropped by McCumber. He's going to throw to Texter for the out.
Great job there by both those guys, by McCumber scrambling after it and getting the ball back and throwing it down to Texter.
Yeah, ball didn't squirt away too far, so McCumber didn't have to hustle too far. But 3 up, 3 down for the Mustangs. We're going to be back for the Wolverine lineup right after this.
Welcome back to Dike. Here as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Current score 0-0. Wolverines coming to bat for the first time tonight.
It'll be McCumber, Walston, and Folkerts to face Brock Curtis here in the bottom of the first. The offering to McCumber. Strike 1, outside portion of the plate. Just be careful, Jim, opening the window. Ball high.
Foul ball a couple games ago.
Yep.
Like
Charles City.
2 weeks ago.
Yep. I think it was Crooks that put a crooked one in the window. The 1-1 to McCumber. Boy, that hit him right on the upper part of the arm, looked like.
Well, McCumber's going to be, Ty Deering's going to come in and run for him as the catcher.
So Deering's going to be on first for the courtesy runner for McCumber. Stepping in, the shortstop, Michael Walston. Batting left-handed. Curtis is set. Outside, ball 1.
And Curtis not really paying much attention to Deering over there at first, which Deering's pretty quick.
Deering takes his lead. Looks like Neurath holding him on.
We got time.
Now it's ready to play again. Brock stares in and fires. Walston's going to fire one down the left field line. That ball has a chance. That ball is gone. That ball is out of here.
Walston goes opposite way with it.
Wow.
Man. Great piece of hitting. And we said, very beginning of the game, we said that wind's blowing out to left field tonight. And Walston took a little pitch that was a little bit outside and got it up in the jet stream. Great piece of hitting there.
Boy, he took that ball opposite field, probably hit it 325. Good piece of hitting for Walston. First home run of the year for Micah Walston. Plates 2 for the Wolverines. It's 2-0 quickly here in the bottom of the first. Don't see that very often in a JV game, but no. Micah Walston, as he said. Ball's outside for Trevor Folkerts, the second baseman playing tonight. Batting third. Pitches inside, ball 2. Didn't think that ball had a chance as it left the bat, but boy, it carried.
Well, and it's a little cooler out, so humidity's down a little bit.
Yep.
Ball looks like might take off a little bit tonight. Could make a varsity game really interesting, Brad.
Yes, it will. 1-2 as Folkerts fouls that one away. Curtis ready to throw. Ooh. Brushes the bill of Folkerts. 3-1. Three and 1 already here to Folkerts. 2-0 Wolverines. Strike 2.
Back with a fastball.
Gage Overton, the catcher, doing the catching tonight for the Mustangs. Behind the plate. The full count pitch to Folkerts. Folkerts is going to lift one back here out of play.
Just missed the stands.
Got a piece of it. Stays alive. On deck, the first baseman, Lewis Texter. Here's the do-over. Folkerts is going to foul that one off. Just gets a piece of it. So, Folkerts doing battle with Curtis here. This is the 8th pitch of at bat. Folkerts is going to drive one into left center. Shallow. Coming on is the left fielder, Tyler
Does
Fuller.
not make the catch. And Folkerts ends up with a double. Tough play there. Left fielder just got burned on the last play over the fence, so he's playing a little bit deeper than normal.
Came off the edge of the bat of Folkerts and dropped it in between the shortstop and the left fielder for a double. Brings up Lewis Texter. Folkerts with the lead. Texter's going to drive one opposite field, but foul.
Really nice spot for that ball.
Yeah.
Just foul, but really a good position because you got your left fielder playing away off the line.
And Texter's the type of person that will pull the ball down there. 0-1. Texter looks at a pitch on the inner portion of the plate for strike 2. And 2. The pitch. That ball's way upstairs. Do you know any of the outcomes from the Sumner Fred game? 11 to 10. Crazy one. Oh. Excuse me, Texter's going to ground one to the second baseman, whose only play is at first.
Folkerts rounds third hard, but isn't going anywhere.
One out.
Brings Dancer up to the plate.
Moves Folkerts to third, as he said, so he grounds out to the second baseman, Caleb Grant, for out number 1. And Dancer's in the box. The pitch. Dancer's going to lift one right out of play.
Wolverine hitters coming up, coming after it tonight, swinging bats.
That's what you like to see. Be a little aggressive. Ooh, strike call just on the outside portion of the plate. 0-2. One on. Dancer's going to ground one in the hole, and it's going to get through, and that's going to score Folkerts from third.
Good piece of hitting there by Dancer. Find a hole for it. Again, as you said, brings Folkerts across. Scored the third run for the Wolverines.
Dancer just chopped that one just in between the third baseman Jacobson and the shortstop Kriegel. One out.
High and tight on the first one to Jensen. Playing third right now for the Wolverines.
Jensen stares down at the third base coach Maple. The pitch. There goes Dancer. Takes off to second. No throw.
Yep, no throw. Catcher for the Overton couldn't quite get it out of his glove.
Dancer dances off a second. The second baseman Grant sneaks over the pitch. Jensen's going to check his swing, and that pitch is high and over the head of the first baseman. That's going to score Dancer from third. Jensen's rounding second, on his way to third. The throw is
cut off by the shortstop. That one had a chance to get Jensen at third, Brad. But you know, as you said, Jensen checks his swing, ends up with a brilliant, what almost ends up being a bunt. Pitcher hops off to go field it, goes to throw it to first, overthrows first, and it went into the corner. Allowed Jensen to get all the way to third. Dancer score from second.
Jensen's infield single brings him to third on the error. Loger looks at strike one from Curtis. JV batters have jumped right away on Brock Curtis. Ooh, the throwback.
Ooh, that one about got away there from third baseman. Jacobson just about couldn't reach that one, Brad. That's dangerous when you throw behind.
Yep. 0-2 on Shaden Loger. Playing left field. The pitch. Loger's going to strike out swinging for Curtis's first strikeout of the game. That's out number 2.
It's going to bring up center fielder Tyler Nistel for the Wolverines here with 2 outs in the bottom of the first.
Nistel's going to look at one high and outside. Ooh, did they get him? No, he's safe.
Just about. Jensen did not go down, did not try and dive back into third. He tried to get the step in, and he got there, but not by much.
You know, you would think Coach Maple's telling him to get down there. Too close to call. 1-1. 1-2. Already 4-0. Bottom of the first. Oh, excuse me, it's 1-1. Not 1-2. It's 1-1. Which is going to skip in there for 2-1. It's 2-1 now on Nistel. The pitch. Up around the shoulders for ball 3. Caleb Paulson on deck. Curtis's pitch. Swung and missed, strike 2. Full count. Not a bad hack on 3-1.
Nope,
The
looking
pitch
for
was
something
there.
and took
Yep.
a cut at it.
Yep. That's going to get away, and Jensen's going to come in to score from third.
Yep.
Standing up.
Jensen did a good job of seeing that ball squirt away on the walk and hustled down to get that 5th run.
5-0 quickly.
Paulson coming to bat and Nistel on first. And Paulson's capable of putting the ball in play here someplace too.
Very capable.
Nistel with a huge lead over there.
It's pretty quick, and he's going to take off, and Paulson's going to ground one up the middle. Oh, and it's
Oh,
bobbled by the shortstop. Kriegel.
Shortstop pulled his head. He pulled his head up looking at I don't know if he was looking at second or looking at first, but his head came up and he didn't stay down on the ball.
Brings in the 10th batter to bat this inning, Jacob Wood. Both runners take their lead. The pitch. Strike number 1, inside corner.
Well, and it looks like McCumber's on deck, so it looks like the Wolverines will bat 10 this time. We've seen a few games where they've gone 11 with Stefan at the bottom of the order, but
ball high. Again, after this game, we'll have the varsity game against East Marshall. Ball high and outside. A lot to talk about when this varsity team comes up.
Curtis here struggling right now in the bottom of this first inning.
2-1, 2 outs, 2 on. Wood looks at ball 3.
That one in. So again, if you're Wood right here, Brad, you got to be ready to take a hack.
Oh yeah, you got to take a hack.
This thing's close. You got to be swinging.
With 2 outs, 2 on. Curtis is struggling though to find the plate. His offering. And Wood does hack at it. Strike 2.
It's a good cut. Again, you're looking to see something you like and take a swing at it. So here we go. Again, we'll reset it.
3-2, 2 on. The runners will take off. The pitch.
Ooh.
Almost gets Wood in the head, but draws a walk.
Well, so that's going to bring the top of the order back up. Wolverines bat 10 through in the first. And the entire East Marshall infield comes in.
With 2 outs.
Not sure why with 2 outs, Brad.
No. Just play back and get the force out. There they go.
Coach must have changed it. With 2 outs, you just got to get 1.
Yep. There's the pitch to McCumber. McCumber's going to lift one out of play off to the left.
Well, and you know McCumber saw the home run by Walston here with his at bat, and
oh yeah,
here again, you know, McCumber can put a ride into it.
He's capable of doing that. And McCumber's a good first pitch swinger. He likes to see that first pitch. If he likes it, he's going to hack at it. Fouls that first pitch off. 0-1. Bases packed full of Wolverines. McCumber's going to lift one on the infield. Shortstop Kriegel makes the grab for out number 3.
That was interesting, Brad, because nobody really was all over it.
So the Wolverines bring 11 to the plate. They score 5. Make it 5-0. We'll be back for the East Marshall top of the second after this.
Welcome back to Dike here for the top of the second inning of the JV game. Wolverines are up 5-0. Meester's still on the mound. We're waiting for McCumber, who ended that last inning for the Wolverines, to get geared up and get out here. We'll have the throw down, and we'll be off and running.
Nessie crouches behind the plate. And the throw down. And here comes Gage Overton, the catcher. 4, 5, and 6 batters to face Meester. Here in the top of the second. Umpire puts his mask on. Signals play is ready. Meester's offering. Lifted shallow left field. Loger makes the catch.
Camped under it.
Out number 1.
One pitch, one out. That's the way we like to see it, Brad.
Yeah. Brings in number 10, Ethan Hassan. The offering. Squares around a bunt. Takes it for strike 1.
I don't know if that was that would have stayed a strike or not, but he couldn't resist.
That draws Dancer in on the grass. Swung and missed at a high fastball. Strike 2.
We talked about it in the first inning. Meester's doing a really good job of moving the ball around, not allowing the Mustang hitters to lock in on one spot.
Poke one foul. Oh and 2 on Ethan Hassan. The pitch. Chop foul. Do-over. Meester gets back on the rubber. Umpire's ready for play. Oh, and he swung at ball 1, but that's a strikeout swinging. Out number 2.
Above his head, and he was hacking at it.
Yep.
So,
third strikeout for Meester here in this JV game. Chopped at the plate, and that's going to be foul.
you could hear that one come off the plate there, Brad.
And Meester's doing a good job working ahead right away from the get-go.
Yep, this is good. This is a good opportunity for him to get some of those, to have that ability to throw a little bit here and work some batters, and
you'll never know when he's going to be needed at the varsity level. Chop back towards Meester, who has trouble with it, but bare hands it. Oh, and Texter misses the throw from Meester.
But really good job there by Paulson backing up that throw to first. He came in hard from right field and was able to cover it up.
So the error puts Grant on first with Alex Jacobson, the third baseman, in the batter's box. Swung at ball 1, or excuse me, strike 1.
And their Mustangs having a hard time laying off those pitches up in the zone.
Grant, good lead. And he's going to take off. McCumber's going to fire it down there. Not in time.
Threw the wrong side of the bag there.
Yeah, threw it to the third base side of the second base. Was that a strike? 0-2 on Jacobson. Outside. 1-2. Big hole on the left side as Walston's playing behind Grant. The pitch. Fouled away.
Foul ball will keep the runner at second.
Ooh, and swung at a curveball out over the plate and strike 3. 4th strikeout for Meester ends the inning for the Mustangs. They don't score anything. It's 5-0. Bottom of the 2nd coming up.
Welcome back to Dike, where we do have a pitching change for the Mustangs. Number 1, Alex Jacobson, who was at third base, is going to come to the mound, and Curtis is going to take his spot at third. So just a quick switch there between the two, Brad, and we'll be going here once he gets a few extra pitches in.
Yep. Michael Walston, Trevor Folkerts, Lewis Texter to face Alex Jacobson. Wolverine batters jumped on Brock Curtis early and often in the bottom of the 1st. Plating 5, lead at 5-0. 2-run home run by Michael Walston. Started the scoring for the Wolverines. The pitch to Walston. It's going to squirt away from the catcher Overton. Oh, and 1.
Oh! Bat came out of his hands on that one. I don't think I've seen that at a baseball game, Brad, and at least in 2 years I haven't seen it.
Sorry for the laughter, but never seen that before. Walston shell-shocked as the bat goes flying out of his hands. 1-1. The pitch. Way upstairs. 2-1.
That was he swung hard and just slipped out right through the hands.
Boy, and he has batter's gloves on. He might.
Just one. It looks like he's not wearing the right one.
Oh, looks like you better put some pine tar on that one. Walston's going to drive one into right center. That ball has a chance. That ball
Walston's
is gone.
second home run of the night.
Boy, he put a charge into that one. That ball had a no-doubter written across that one. Find the laces on that ball and go hunting.
That is 2 in a row, Brad, that he is just crushed. Walston getting right here with the bat.
Yes, he is. He's making it right today. Boy, that was a no-doubter as that left the bat.
That had to have been.
That was over the 340 fence.
Yeah. So
350.
And it wasn't even an option when it left the bat.
No.
So great job by Walston to get two really solid at bats here. Crushed the ball a couple times.
Boy. Seeing the ball well tonight. Stepping in is Folkerts. Folkerts looks at strike 1 down the middle. Folkerts is going to lift one. Is that going to make foul territory? It will.
Just over the fence. Just about takes Fan out and right up next to the fence.
She wasn't worried. Didn't think it was going to hit her. It's 0-2.
Wasn't worried or wasn't looking, Brad?
Both, I mean, probably. No doubt, no fear. 0-2 on Folkerts. The pitch.
Ian Jacobson's not. He doesn't throw the ball overly hard.
No.
It's got a little bit of an arc when it comes in, so.
Folkerts going to ground one back to Jacobson, who throws him out at first for out number 1. 1 out. Stepping in is Lewis Texture, the first baseman, grounded out to the second baseman, Grant, his first time up to bat. As we see the kids bringing in the home run ball from right center field. Texture's going to ground one back to the Grant, who gloves it and throws him out. Same result. 2 outs. Texture just got on top of that, grounded it lazily to Grant at second for out number 2 here in the bottom of the second. Wolverines lead 6-0. Connor Dancer in the box. Ball 1. Singled his first time up to bat. He's going to swing and miss for strike 1.
It's a big cut. Dancer trying to follow the old other number 6.
Yeah, but got to get a hold of it first. Curveball outside. 2-1. The 2-1. That pitch is strike 2. 2-2. Nobody on. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the second. He's going to line one past the third baseman, Curtis, down the left field line for a single. Boy, I thought Curtis got a glove on that.
Yeah, it was close. Good piece of hitting by Dancer. Hitting it hard and putting it in play. 2 outs and bring Jensen to the plate.
Went all the way to third on a throwing error from the pitcher, Curtis. His first time up to bat. Dancer takes his lead. Jacobson looks over. Doesn't throw. Ball number 1. One and 0. Dancer takes his lead. He takes off. Jensen's going to lift one foul. Going to make Dancer scoot back.
Ball will drift out of play.
Scoot back to first. One and 1. Dancer again, a good lead on first. First baseman Neurath holding him on. The pitch. Dancer takes off, and he's going to line one over the shortstop. Dancer's going to come around and take third.
Nobody covering third base.
He's going to have it. And Jensen's going to take second.
Yep. Good job by Jensen of seeing what was going on in front of him. Good piece of hit and run there. Dancer gets to third. Nobody was at third. Curtis had slid in to, I'm assuming, to cut off a throw from home to home.
Brings in Shaden Loger, who struck out his first time up. 2 on now, 2 outs. Strike number 1.
Well, for these Wolverine hitters, first time seeing Jacobson on the mound, so.
Yep. Be ready to swing the bat. Everybody a huge lead. Loger swings and misses strike 2. Boy, Jensen is dang near right with the shortstop with his lead.
Nobody holding him on,
No,
so
might as well. He is right even with the shortstop.
he's basically standing on third base.
1 and 2. He can't take third base.
No, he's just going to wait.
Yep. Wait his turn. Here's the 1 and 2 pitch. And he's going to strike out swinging for out number 3. But the Wolverines get 1 on the Micah Walston homer. Lead 6-0. Be back for the top of the third right after this. There's the throwdown.
All right, back here in Dike for the top of the third inning. JV game. Wolverines are up 6-0. Pair of home runs by Michael Walston, a 2-runner and a solo shot last inning to plate 3 of the 6 runs the Wolverines have.
And Colin Meester still on the hill for the Wolverines. He's going to be facing the 8, 9, 10 batters and Carter Brummel, Blake Fisher, and Tyler Fuller.
And so far, Meester's done a good job of working ahead and keeping the hitters off balance.
4 strikeouts already. That ball's inside. One and 0. Meester's 1-0 pitch to Brummel. Chop foul, 1-1. Counts even. Mustangs up to bat. Top of the third, trailing 6-0. The pitch.
Ooh.
Strike 2.
Thing came back into the zone. Looked like it was going to stay outside.
I'm going to trap one back towards Meester. Walston gloves it, has trouble with it, and he's going to be safe.
Meester looked like he was going to try and make a play on it, and it did not hop. It rolled right directly over the mound and kind of got through him, and Walston came up and it just bobbled it just a touch.
That puts the leadoff man, Carter Brummel, on first with Blake Fisher up to bat.
Ooh.
And that's going to plunk Fisher.
That one gets Fisher right in the center of the back. Nothing he could do there to get out of the way, so go Meester. Got a couple guys on here.
Yep. 2 on now, no outs. Tyler Fuller up to bat, the left-handed batter. It's that ball 1 high. Meester's 1-0 pitch.
Inside.
2-0.
Again, we talked about it when beginning of the game. Meester's only got 2 innings of work at the varsity level for throwing this year, and that's the entirety of what he's thrown up until this game.
Having trouble here in the third.
Back with the strike.
Good comeback pitch. 2-1. Meester set. Fuller with a 2-1 count. Looks at strike 2. Right down the middle.
Couldn't have thrown a much better pitch right there.
Nope. Pull the count even with 2 on, no outs. Meester looking for his 5th strikeout here in the 3rd inning. Oh, and we're going to have a double steal, and that's going to both going to be safe.
That was a little bit of delayed steal. Looks like we got full count.
Yep, 3-2 on Fuller.
McCumber went to Jensen at 3rd, and Jensen had time to go to Folkerts at 2nd and still have a play on both. So
that's going to draw a walk. Bases are going to be full now on the base on balls. So the Mustangs have the bases loaded with Connor Kriegel, the shortstop, coming up.
Meester asking for a different baseball.
Umpire has time called. Now he's ready. Meester set and delivers outside. Good stop by McCumber.
And this will be the test here, Brad. We've seen a couple of balls get away from McCumber tonight. Behind the plate, he's got to block this thing. The wall back there for him.
Keep it in front of him. The pitch. Ball too low. Two 2-0. Bases full of Mustangs here in the top of the 3rd. Chop foul. 2-1. So Meester has not gotten ahead of these first couple batters in the pitch count. I started him off with balls, so has to work from behind. 2-1. Everybody has a huge lead. Chop to the 3rd baseman Jensen, who's going to go home with it.
I'm not 100% sure what was going on. Third baseman, the runner at 3rd did not go home. He went back to 3rd.
So that's out number 1. Good force
been,
out.
Brummel there turned and went back to 3rd instead of going home. It was force out everywhere. So Wolverines get an out without giving up a run.
Everybody moves up though a base.
Fouled out left field.
Carter Lavender in the box. Already down, 0-1. The pitch. Ooh, that's going to get away from McCumber, and that's going to play. Ooh, could have had a play there, but Meester decided not to take that chance.
Well, and here we 1-1 count here. Runners now at 2nd and 3rd.
1 out. 1-1 count. 2-1.
It's been touch low.
Jensen, we have time as he is tying his shoe. Got it tight. Meester set for the 2-1. 3-1.
Inside there.
Don't see anybody throwing for the Wolverines, so gonna let Meester battle this out. Lavender's gonna swing and miss, pulls the count full. The 3-2 pitch. Strike 3, got him looking. Out number 2, good comeback by Meester. Brings in the top of the order, Landon Neuroth. Mr.'s 5th strikeout. Which is outside. Ball 1. Meester adjusts the cap, stares in at McCumber. Rocks and fires. That pitch is strike 1. 1-1. Everybody playing straight away. One and 2. Landon Neuroth struck out swinging his first time up to bat. 0 for 1. He's already down in the count. 1 and 2. 2 outs here. Swing and miss, strike 3. Wow, what a comeback by Meester to get out of trouble. But the Mustangs plate 1 to make it 6-1 in favor of the Wolverines. We'll be back for the Wolverine batters right after this.
Welcome back to Dike here as we get ready for the bottom of the 3rd inning. Mustangs scratch a run across against the Wolverines top of the 3rd and make it 6-1. Wolverines will bring Nistel to the plate to start this inning.
It'll be Nistel, Paulson, and Wood to face Jacobson. Nistel, base on balls, his first time up to bat. Looks at a pitch outside, but called strike. 0-1. 1-1. The pitch. Oh, Nistel waits on it. Chops one to the first baseman. It's going to be an unassisted play for Neuroth. Out number 1.
Well, really a late swing by Nistel there.
Yeah.
Pushing the ball down the first baseline.
Here's Paulson, who singled his first time up to bat. Paulson's going to lift one into right center. That's going to fall in front of the right fielder for a base hit. He's 2 for 2.
Paulson again, just not trying to kill it, just putting the ball out there in play. Brings in Wood, who walked but was almost hit.
Jacobson stares in at Overton. Going to throw to the plate. Ball outside. Paulson. Fairly decent lead on first. Jacobson looks, but not going to worry about him. That pitch is going to get away. Paulson's going to scoot down to second.
And Paulson didn't pick that up right away. It looked like the catcher caught it, and I think the catcher's body was in the way of Paulson seeing that ball was loose.
Yep.
A little delay there for him, but he still gets to second.
2-0 on Jacob Wood. Paulson on second. The pitch. What's going to swing and miss at strike one?
You know, that was going to be a close one, Brad. It was on the edge of the plate. Might have been a little low, but
hack at it if you can. 2-1. What's going to swing and miss to pull the count even at 2? Shortstop Kriegel's kind of playing behind Paulson.
And he's a lot. This is the closest he's been to second base
for a while.
Ball outside.
Full count. Good patient at bat by Wood. See what he gets here on this full count pitch from Jacobson. Gonna lift one foul right at us, but goes into the concession stand. And I think Tom Texter has.
Look at the play out there by Texter.
Wow, flash it. All the Texters flashing the leather. Of course, the old man flashes the leather of the bare hands. Wood's going to strike out swinging. Out number 2. Lavender's first, excuse me, that's not Lavender. Jacobson's first strikeout of this game. Brings in the top of the order, Cole McCumber. The pitch to McCumber. Got in there for a strike. And then you got the ever-dangerous Michael Walston on deck.
Well, and you know, Jacobson's first batter he faced was Walston. So this is the last batter through the order for the Wolverines. We'll see what the Mustangs decide to do after this.
The 1-1 pitch to McCumber. McCumber's going to foul it off the end of the bat for 1 and 2. Wolverine batters have to sit back a little bit. One and 2. The pitch. Cumber's going to smash one to the shortstop Kriegel, who gloves it, throws across the diamond, and gets McCumber. For out number 3, Wolverines don't play anybody. Still lead 6-1, top of the 4th coming up. Now you have a chance to yell at Wood.
Welcome back to Dike. Top of the 3rd inning. The Wolverines will make a pitching change. Lewis Texter will come to the mound. Folkerts will slide to second base, or to first base from second. Ragsdale comes in to play second. Jensen still at third. McCumber still behind the plate. Cannot tell if there's any changes in the outfield, Brad.
I don't think so. I think the outfield is staying the same here. So Texture is going to face Brian, Curtis, and Overton. Brian's going to ground one to Walston, bobbles it, and doesn't have a play. So Walston flashing the, the bat, but not the leather on the field. Brings in Brock Curtis, the third baseman.
Yeah, you've seen a little bit of that tonight from both sides of just not being able to get the ball out of the glove.
Mm-hmm. Texture's going to chase Brian back. Not a big lead. Now he gets a better lead. Curveball just above the letters. Ball one. Texture stares in at McCumber. Brian takes his lead. The pitch. It's going to be fouled away, 1-1. 1-1 on Brock Curtis. Got a runner and Eli Bryan on first. Swung and missed, strike two.
Again, we've said it. We said it through the first 3 innings. Mustang hitters just have a hard time laying off that high strike.
You change the eye level here and then come right back to it. Bryan, a good lead. Texture's going to chase him back. Oh, but that gets away from Folkerts, and Bryan's going to take second safely. So now the Mustangs have Bryan on second and Curtis down 1-2. Swung and missed, strike three. Texture gets him with that sweeping curveball. Strikeout number one. One out. Brings in Overton, the catcher. Swung and missed, strike one. One out.
Little in.
Just a shade inside. Texture's going to look and fire. Ooh, and they lay down the bunt. Texture's going to glove it. Got him. Close play, but got him.
Good job by Texture hopping off the mound, making that throw first. Moves the runner over, though.
2 outs. Next in to bat is Ethan Hassan. Strike number one on him. Mustangs have a scoring opportunity here with a runner on third. And they're going to chop one to... Ooh, and Trevor's going to take it under.
Folkers does a good job of getting the ball and fielding it clean, getting to first.
Unassisted play, 3 outs, ends the threat. Mustangs don't score anybody. We'll be back right after this.
Welcome back to Dike here for the bottom of the 4th inning. Wolverines still lead 6-1 over the Mustangs.
And it'll be Walston, Folkers, and Texter to face Jacobson here. Walston, a pair of homers. He's 2 for 2. Now look at a pitch outside for ball 1.
Walston, as you said, 2 for 2, both home runs, one to left, one to right center.
And both were that one to right center was crushed. Boy.
Up a little bit, but you know, it's good as
2-1.
Walston seeing the ball tonight.
Yeah. Two and 0. When Walston swings and misses at strike 1.
Held on to the bat though, Brad. So
Yeah,
that's a bonus.
Bonus. 2-1 on Michael Walston, the shortstop. It's going to skip away from Overton for 3-1. Boy, I don't know. Do you put anything out over the plate for Walston to swing at here?
I walk him.
And that's what they did.
I'm not giving him anything to swing at.
Not as the way he's been hitting the ball tonight. No. Folkers stepping in, 1 for 2. He doubled his first time up to bat. Grounded out to the pitcher his second time up to bat. Walston takes his lead. The pitch. Walston takes off. And he's going to be safe.
That ball rolls into center.
Walston's going to hold at second, though.
Again, second base being covered by the second baseman. Lost his name there.
Second baseman is Caleb Grant.
Grant coming across. The ball was on his side of the bag, and he was just coming across. He just kind of overran it, and then had to watch out for Walston's slide. So, just a tough play for him. Ball shoots into center.
Pitch. Folkers is going to drive one into left center. That ball is going to get over the head of the left fielder.
Folkers with a
Fuller.
ground rule double.
That's going to plate Walston.
One hop over the fence. Good piece of hitting by Folkers.
Boy, Folkers put a charge into that one for his second double of the ball game. Seen the pitch real well. Drove it into left center field.
Ball's moving tonight. The Wolverine batters are getting good wood on it. So
that may spell trouble in the varsity game.
We'll make it interesting.
Make it interesting.
Well, and they're going to bring the infield in
for Texter, who is 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts to the second baseman Grant.
But with a runner only on second, I'm confused, Brad. I don't understand that move.
Now the second baseman backs up. No, here we go. Now what are we doing here? You want to clear the count, Jim? Texter, nobody holding him on second, gets a big lead. Jacobson's pitch. Outside, ball 1.
I wonder if the question was on the ground rule double, Brad. Yeah, if he should have scored on the. He'd already taken second, and I think that was what the dugout had missed.
Texter's going to chop one to the first baseman, Nuroth.
Going to move Folkers up. And Texter really tonight has done a good job of pulling that ball down the first base line or to the right side and allowing base runners to move up.
Brings in Connor Dancer, 2 for 2.
Looks like it'll be Cooper Steffen hitting for Dancer.
Steffen's first action at the plate. 0-1 or 1-0.
Good block there by the catcher for the
1-0
Mustangs. Overton did a good job of blocking that pitch in the dirt.
Keep Folkers at bay at third. 1 out, 7-0 Wolverine, 7-1. Another good block by him. 2-0. pitch. Swung and fouled away. Cooper Steffen had a cut. Fouled it away at the plate. 2-1. Folkert's on third. Wolverines lead 7-0. Bottom of the fourth inning. Jacobson stares in at Overton and throws to the plate. Ooh, bending pitch and got him for strike 2.
Steffen saw that one all the way in, just couldn't pull the trigger.
Kind of see the Wolverine batters lay off a little bit, and then they have to swing at the last minute. He's going to strike out swinging.
2 down. Looks like Ragsdale will bat next. Ragsdale in for Jensen.
He's going to foul one off to the right. 0-1, 2 outs. Folkert still finds himself standing on third. Strike 2. Outer portion of the plate. 0-2.
Outer portion of the batter's box.
0-2 on Ragsdale. The pitch. Going to swing and miss for strike 3.
Dropped it, but Ragsdale is headed back to the dugout, so that will end the inning for the Wolverines.
Wolverines plate 1, though, to lead 7-1. We'll be back for the top of the 5th after this.
Welcome back to Dike here for the top of the 5th inning JV game. Wolverines are up 7-1. Texter's still on the mound.
Texter's going to be working to Grant, Jacobson, and Brummel. His offering high and outside for ball 1. Good outing, though, by Colin Meester, who started the ball game. 6 strikeouts, 3 hits, 1 base on balls.
Second pitch is a strike from Texter.
1-1. Texter works quick, and the ground on the throw is high, but in time.
See Folkerts get up off the bag there.
As Dad says very shortly. Not a whole lot of ups on that kid. Brings in Jacobson, the third baseman. Or excuse me, the pitcher. Texter's going to step off, collect himself. Now he's going to throw. Lifted right out of play.
Caught the bleachers there. Again, we've talked about this with his brother during varsity games, but Will works real quick as well. So strike 2 swinging. Defensive swing there. Ball was curving in at him.
The 0-2 pitch. Swung and missed, strike 3.
Again, that high strike, Brad, that we've said Mustang hitters just have a really hard time laying off that high strike from the Wolverine pitchers.
Brings in Carter Brummel.
And with 2 outs, Brummel got a hit last time.
Ball upstairs.
Started that little rally in the 3rd against Meester.
Two and 0. Two outs. That pitch is strike number 1.
Good job by Texter coming back, throwing a strike.
And a drive one into right center field, but and the second baseman
Jensen drifts back on it for the 3rd out.
So 3 up, 3 down for the Mustangs. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th after this.
Welcome back to Dike here for the bottom of the 5th inning. Wolverines still up 7-1. It looks like the Mustangs are going to bring in a new pitcher, Tyler Fuller, who started the game in left field.
And Ty Deering is going to be in the batter's box replacing Shaden Loger. His first time up to bat, and he's going to see Fuller for the first time. Fuller stares in, I'm assuming at Overton. Ball 1 down Broadway. Strike number 1. Fuller's 0-1 pitch to Deering. He's going to foul it at the plate. 0-2 quickly.
Really not a very quick swing there by Deering. We've talked about the Wolverine hitters having to lay back a little bit, but just Got to get that bat head moving a little bit quicker.
0-2. He's going to strike out looking.
Right down the gut.
Out number 1.
Bring up Nistel.
One out. Nistel 0 for 2 with a walk. He's going to drive one right out of play.
Shoots that one off the over the right field fence there in foul territory.
Umpire has time called. Fuller's back on the rubber. Ready for play to resume. Ooh, up around the eyelids.
Good job by Nistel getting out of the way of it.
1-1, 1 out. The pitch. Pitch is going to skip for 2-1. Caleb Paulson, Jacob Wood will be the next batters to face Fuller here in the top of the 5th. Wolverines up 7-zip, or 7-1, bottom of the 5th. He's going to chop one up the middle. Kriegel has it. Oh, he bobbles it. Got him. Just got him.
Nistel's foot was coming down on the as the throw got to first, so that was right bang bang there with the fumble by the shortstop.
Kriegel stayed with it to get the speedy Nistel at first. 2 outs here.
Paulson's 2 for 2 tonight.
Pair of singles, yes he is.
Seeing the ball well, hitting the ball well, so.
And doesn't hit it hard, just gets it out there. Oh, that's behind Paulson.
Paulson's not short, and that was over his head.
No,
I think that one got away from him a little bit.
just a little. Paulson, sophomore. Ahead 1-0.
Ooh,
that almost
another one
takes
out.
Paulson out.
Paulson has to duck, get dirty, get out of the way of it.
Fuller a little sporadic here. Two and 0. The pitch. It's going to be on the inside, but chopped. Paulson's going to be safe at first. He's going to round first and go to second on the overthrow.
Ball coming in behind him at second. Again, second time tonight we've seen the Mustang pitchers come off the mound, field one of those slow rollers, and really just misthrow it going to first, just overthrow first base.
Really
so
just rush it to first.
So again, here the Wolverines with a runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
And Jacob Wood up to bat, 0 for 2 with a walk. Fuller ready. Paulson with a good lead. Strike number 1.
Again, if you're Wood here, you want to put that ball in play. So first good pitch you see.
Nobody holding Paulson on. Wind light, right to left. A pitch.
Ball's up a little bit. Over the letters.
Over the letters for 1 and 1. 2 outs. Shortstop Kriegel playing behind Paulson. Now he goes back to the shortstop position. And Fuller fires.
Hmm.
Wood's going to swing and miss at strike 2.
Well, and here if you're Wood, you need to protect. You get one to hack at it, but if it's close, you got to protect the plate.
2 outs. Fuller's 1-2 pitch. Ooh, just misses on the inner portion. 2-2.
Again, really no attention to Paulson at second.
Wood's going to strike out swinging. Ends the threat. Wolverines leave 1. Plate nobody. We'll be back for the top of the 6th after this.
Welcome back to Dike here for the top of the 6th inning. Wolverines still lead 7-1. Texter's still on the mound for the Wolverines.
Going to face Fisher, Fuller, and Kriegel. Texter has a pair of strikeouts here. Top of the 6th. Kriegel's and he's going to drive on that over Loger's head. That's going to be a ground rule double.
Looks like that ground is pretty hard out there tonight, Brad. It's a second ground rule double we've seen tonight. Haven't had a lot of rain here the last few days, so
lack of rainfall. You can kind of see it in the grass, as it does kind of turn a little brownish out on the outfield. Infield looks nice. Tyler Fuller into the box. 0 for 1 with a base on balls. Looks at ball 1 there. Texter looks and fires. Ball 2. Two and 0 with Fisher on second. The pitch. Gonna drive one into that ball has a chance.
That ball might be gone. Nope.
It's gonna play to run. That's over the head of Wood. He's gonna have a triple.
Ball squirts away from Jensen on the way in. He wasn't gonna get him anyway, but again, the Wolverine outfielders playing a little bit shallow. And, we talked about it there in the first couple innings. The ball is flying tonight.
Yep. So it's 7-2.
It's the product of it being a little cooler out, and plus the wind blowing a little bit out to left. But
ball 1 on Kriegel. Pitch. Ball upstairs, 2-0.
It's just interesting, Brad. 3 nights ago we were here, and it was
balmy.
Warm,
to say the least.
Now I see
3-0.
See people in coats and blankets and.
Yep. McCumber's going to come out and talk to Texter.
Just again a sign of your. I don't know if it was a crossed up signal, but catcher out there making sure that things are squared away.
Meeting's done. 3-0 on Kriegel. Umpire signals play to resume. Texter's going to rock and fire. And he's going to lift one on the infield. Kriegel is, and flies out to Texture. The pitcher.
Didn't even have to move.
One gone.
Got himself that fly ball right at the just off the rubber. Maybe half a step to the left.
Yep, stayed on the mound. Brings in Lavender. 0 for 2 or 0 for 1. He struck out looking his first time up to bat.
Texter starts him with a strike.
First time that Texter's been ahead here. In the top of the 6th. The pitch. That curveball misses. Curveball looks so sweeping as it comes out of Texter's hands on that left-handed throw.
Yeah, that thing's moving quite a bit.
That ball is upstairs, 2-1.
And switch baseballs here for a quick second.
2-1 on Lavender. Gonna swing and miss, strike 2. 2-2. Fuller standing on third for the Mustangs. Lavender looking to plate him. The pitch. Ooh, that pitch is going to get him looking again.
It's that sweeping curveball you talked about, Brad. That thing starts at the batter and ends up on the starts at the left-hand batter and ends up in the right-handed batter's box, but hits the plate as it goes across. So
third strikeout for Texter. Brings in the top of the order, Neuroth. 0 for. Ooh, and the squeeze is on. Oh, got him.
Well, the squeeze was on, but the ball didn't get put down, which with 2 outs, that's an interesting call there.
Yep. So out number 3 ends the threat. Mustangs only plate 1.
That looks like that's going to be the end of the JV game, Brad. Wolverines win 7-2. We will switch over to the varsity stream, and Brad and I will be back here, and we got probably a half-hour break. We'll be back here in a little while to go over the games from Friday night and what to expect tonight. So thank you for joining us, and we will be back on the varsity stream.